I'm albino. Of course people tell me my shaky eyes freak them out. Of course people ask me if the carpet matches the drapes. So I did get picked on when I was still in school. So sometimes that was very hard for me and it made me very sad. So stand up for them, make them feel happy, make them feel included. Just make sure that they don't feel different. I felt like I didn't fit in or nobody wanted to be friends with me. So be extra nice to them. The term albino is used to describe someone who has albinism. Albinism, derived from the Latin word albus, meaning white, is a rare genetic condition that causes a partial or complete lack of melanin. Melanin or pigment is what gives our skin, hair, and eyes their color. Because my body can produce melanin, I have white skin, hair, and very light-colored eyes. Melanin is also what gives you the ability to tan, and it protects your skin from the sun. This is why I cannot tan, but I sunburn extremely fast and I have an augmented risk of developing skin cancers. Melanin is directly involved in the development of the retina. Since many albinos don't have any, this results in them having eye problems.
Albinism is not necessarily something which runs in families.
So I got it from my parents. They're not albino themselves, but they carry the gene for albinism. When two people are carrier of the gene, they have a 25% chance to get albino children. And that's the case for me. There's two main forms of albinism. There's ocular albinism and oculocutaneous albinism. I have oculocutaneous, and that means that I have nearly no pigment. Since pigment, or melanin, affects eyesight, almost all albinos have a visual impairment. My eyes are shaky, and that's why it appears as if I'm looking in a different direction than I am, because it does not affect my vision. I am looking at my camera and at my phone, but it seems as if I'm not sometimes because my eyes are shaky.
Fleur wants to spread awareness and debunk albinism myths on her channel.
So I feel like this is misunderstood by many people because it's kind of a myth that albinos have red eyes. What actually makes their eyes look red sometimes is when the lighting shines through the eye. Blood vessels in the back are shown. Because albinos have very little pigment in their eyes, I may have a little bit more. When the light shines through, you can see the blood vessels.
Fleur was asked how people can make albinos feel more included.
Something that I also struggled with was reading the board. A lot of teachers write very small, and even if I asked them to write bigger, I still couldn't read it. So help them out with that. So if you see them struggling to read something, read it for them, read it out loud. That helps.
Fleur finds people staring at her due to the way that she looks.
As someone who grew up albino, I used to get a lot of stares. I still do. When I was younger, I always thought to myself, what's going on? Do these people think I'm ugly? Do I look weird? What's going on? And now that I'm a bit older, I realize that maybe they're not thinking something negative about me. Maybe they find me pretty. Maybe they've never seen an albino before. Being albino at the end of the day is quite rare. If you find yourself in the same situation, that a lot of people are staring at you and it bothers you, just think to yourself, maybe it's not something negative.
It's sad to hear that the very thing that makes Fleur individual and beautiful is something which holds her back. But despite her eye problems and the constant fear of skin damage from the sun, Fleur is owning her genetic disorder and rightfully sees it as something positive about herself. The comments section were curious of albinism, but in full support of Fleur, saying, "You're a Targaryen, not albino," and "You're albino and you're gorgeous." As always, thank you for watching Happiest. If you liked this video, then please be sure to follow our other social pages for more insightful videos like this. And of course, if you have any of your own videos that you'd like to share with us, be sure to send them in.